As we start to engage in these breath practices, I'd like to share some information first about breath work and breath interventions. First, they make a lot of sense, right? Because they give direct access to the body and direct access to how we're responding to our environment. So it makes sense that if you've engaged in mindfulness, that it starts most of the time or often, more often than not, with a breath practice. But at the same time, there's some considerations that I think are important to take into account. So here are three considerations that I think are important to help understand that for all people, breath practices aren't always relaxing, right? So, number one, breath exercises aren't always stress reducing, particularly because they cause us to focus on the body, right? So sometimes it can increase stress rather than reduce stress. And if you're experiencing that, or your client or the participant who you're working with is experiencing that, you might want to give some considerations or some modifications, like to take a break or to engage in a different practice. Um, Also, the inhale versus the exhale is important to look at, because for some, this inhale, this feeling of bringing the breath up can signal stress hormones and can increase anxious feelings. So if you're noticing that someone's focusing on that inhale and you're seeing visibly signs of stress, or if someone's telling you it's increasing their stress, you can advise or suggest to focus on the exhale and really allow for longer, slower exhales. And finally, awareness of the body, right? Focusing on the breath, again, can lead us to feeling our body more. So it helps to offer an invitation to really listen to the body cues so that your own body wisdom is telling you, or your participant or client's body wisdom is telling them what feels right to them in the moment, and to follow that cue above every other guidance or every other invitation or suggestion from a teacher or a therapist.